Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Vaikuntha, if you have to go, there are 7 doors. Bagla. Now, which doorstep you have to decide? Or you are standing in which doorstep? Prabhupada said, I think one of the purpose. How come the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, that they did that mistake like that? And Prabhupada said that they were outside the door. They were not inside. So, so we can go very near to the Lord, but still our door may be shut. Because doors of the Lord is always open. But if you don't open your door, or if you don't have the intention to knock the door and outside you'll be there. But Lord Chaitanya's mission is something else. We will see what is his door, mercy of doorsteps. Anyway, whatever I'm doing because of Swayam Prakash instructed me, I should talk about this on fine. So he is my guide. O he Vaishnava Thakura, Doyara Sagara, Edase Karuna Kori. Diya pada chaya sadohe amaya tumara charana dori. O he Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Edase Karuna Kori. Maybe I'm not good at this. Jaya Bega Dumi, Jaya Dosha Sodi, Jaya Guna Deho Dase. Jaya Sat Sangha, Deho He Amare, Jaya Sat Sangha. Bosite Sangare Ase. Bosite Sangera Ase. Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Bala. Harinama Sankirtane. Truma Kupa Kori Satapindu Diya. Deho Krishna Namadhane. Deho Krishna Namadhane. Krishna se tumhara, Krishna dete paro. Tumhara shakti ache. Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna bole. Amito Kangala, Krishna Krishna bole. Jai Tava Pache Pache, Jai Tava Pache Pache, Ohe Vaishnava Thakura, Doyara Sagara, Yedase Karuna Kori. Ohe Vaishnava Thakura, Doyara Sagara, Yedase Karuna Kori. Just follow the thread line which I'm trying to share with you all. What is our relation with the founder Acharya or the parampara or the people who give us shiksha, diksha? All this matters for our progressive Krishna consciousness. So, to see this song, which is talking about the magnanimity of Vaishnava Thakura, and in relation with what Srila Prabhupada is for us, and what Srila Prabhupada taught by his example. He set the standard for us. And how did he set the standard for us? Because he saw Bhaktivedanta Thakur, from him he says, I'm the puppet of my spiritual master. So if you see like that, everything started from Lord Chaitanya. So from there it starts, the whole parampara took a turn. Bhagavata Sampradaya, came into existence. Irrespective of whatever it is, but Lord Chaitanya came, he united everybody together. So this is a movement which is integrating totally all the people in the world, irrespective Mayavadis, Tattvavadis, whatever it is. But what matters is how do we reach them out? Because there is nobody exempted from this society by and large. Every jiva is a recipient of Krishna conscious movement. But who is going to give? So this is a matter for concern for each of us. How many devotees, how many people you are going to make? How many? And that mercy which is coming from Lord Chaitanya is there with us. But the strategic planning of this is very, very necessary. If you don't do it, then we have difficulty in really propagating all over the world. So Lord Chaitanya's movement is for the entire world. So that is the point. So we have inherited this mercy, which is there for us to distribute. You have received it and now you have to give it. But if you do not know the heart of your spiritual master, then that love and affection for the holy name won't come. And the desire to preach also will not be there. There's a great Acharya from the Madhva Sampradaya. I think his name is Jagannath Das. He says that two types of bhakti. One bhakti is Jaladarayat. He says it is like a water, it flows. But he says there is another type of bhakti, which is Tailadarayat. One which flows like a oil. So all of us know when you pour an oil, so smoothly keep going. And when you pour water, there is a shake. The density is very dilute. So the bhakti taught by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is this Tailadaraya. That means to say there is no Mishra. Bhakti, which is Mishra Bhakti, that is Jaladara. That means there are so many things. Karma, Gnana, so many other types of there. It is there. But Bhakti is there. There is a progress. And Mayavadis also preach Bhakti. But their ultimate destination is something else. So they are also sincere. They are also committed. But the understanding for them is something different. So now, if you do not, you know, understand what exactly we are sitting here for, and if you want to preach this movement, you should have clarity of what your guru wants, not what you want. And let us see the success story of Srila Prabhupada. What is the success story? So what else you want more than the success of Srila Prabhupada's life where around the world it's been expanding like anything. I just came from Mayapur, even though I did not have time for full managerial meetings. But our morning program, like Prabhupada said, morning program is very strong. My God, at 4:30 to up to 8:30 was vigorous. You just forget yourself. And I mean, all the international forum there, and unbelievable thing happened which I've never seen the past 30 years. What happened this 4 days was just blew us up. There was one devotee by name Tapan Mishra. He started we had a meeting between the GBCs and the president's meeting, which happened, which 1976 supposed to. From there, Prabhupada said presidents and the GBCs should meet and we should go on. So gradually some things happened and it never happened. So it just got diluted. So he started with a chronological order from 1976, what Prabhupada wanted, how it got diluted from 1990, 86. Then he came up. But they have revived it this year. So this year, after so many years, from 86 to how many years? Almost 40 years. So we could see the GBCs and the temple president sitting together and reviving it was like a revival. Wow, what a great mercy we had. I could see that each table was about 8 to 9 temple president and 1 GBC. So like that, there were groups. I mean, for me, it was like 4 sannyasis, they came into my heart. One is Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. I don't know what happened early in the morning. I went to Jagannath temple. Nobody was there. I was there and Maharaj comes there. And he was supposed to do something. He said, no, Narahari, you come. So I went there. I did his work. He told me, you carry Prabhupada. I have to go somewhere. So like that, the table I was sitting in was Guru Prasad Maharaj, who is going to be the GBC this year. I had 8 hours of association with him. That means the 8 of us were sitting with them. In between the lunch time, we had a break and I was just lying down and everybody had gone. Suddenly a great person enters and just turned that it was Radha Kumar. And nobody was there, so we greeted him, we talked to him. Then I also, very difficult to speak to him, I just pushed myself, went there. Maharaj, Bangalore temple open. Suddenly he gave his embrace. So it is not a body touch. When ISKCON temple opens, means see the heart, how it is. So then that happened. Then I invited him to Bangalore. He gave a sweet smile. I don't know what that means. Then I met Gauranga Prabhu. I told him, this is what happened. What did Maharaj's reaction? I said, you should know better. Because we can't know. He gave a smile. Then he was also sitting in one table. Then the third day before the meeting, when I was just standing after Radha Madhav's early morning program, Prabhupada, I was sitting in one corner and having darshan of the deities. Suddenly Gopal Krishna Maharaj was walking. And he was walking and suddenly he saw me and he was coming towards me. I don't know whether he'll remember me or not. I said, maybe he's coming to see somebody else. Suddenly he came to me. His body is now shaking up. Now he requires support. But the enthusiasm. You know what happened when he came to me? He says, Narahari, how was your temple opening? You believe it or not, this is what Prabhupada, they're keeping Prabhupada everywhere. The next step, Actually, it is for Swam Prakash and our Pramod Nita. He said, take care of the deities properly. He said. I mean, just look at them. What is their consciousness? How they are concerned about Prabhupada's movement. Every moment they are protecting it. So everything was a lesson to me, that, okay, what is that? So Vaishnava, that's why I'm talking about Vaishnava. We just now sang that ocean of mercy. And if these people are not there, what's going to happen to us? If you see that ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Not that they asked me, how is your children? How is your mother, parent? They didn't ask me all this. That means Atma Bandhana. We are related with there is no Deha Sambandha at all. For them, Deha, Atma, everything, as long when you come in, step into ISKCON movement, that's it. You become Atma Bandhu for them. So much near we become to them. Whether we no, it is there. Sometimes we are, keeping apart. This is mercy all. If we have to go back to Krishna, they are the people. Without their mercy, how we can see? So the acknowledging the fact of what they have given us, the gratitude, today what we are sitting here, for it is their hard labor. And before that is Srila Prabhupada's labor. And that way it goes to Krishna. So if we do not introspect this more and more, it's difficult to overcome the material attachments. So it is necessary time and again we think of these great Vaishnavas and what they have done to us. Parents have given the body. But are they assuring us next birth or no birth or return to Krishna? Some parents may do it. Some parents may not do it. But a parampara will do it. So that we have got, that gift of this boon to all of us is this International Society of Krishna Consciousness. It is infused with Krishna Bhakti, with humility. I'm making this point. Their humility, they are exalted people. We are just small people. They are coming to us. He says, how is your temple? Oh, everything okay? What is there for them? They have built temples bigger. That Rohini temple is opening in April 14th. It is 170,000 square feet they're building. 3 times our temple. But temple is a temple. Huh? Whether you build a small temple, Jagannath Mandir, Sheshadripuram, cement godown, I always remember that. But it keeps expanding. So temple was already there. Your heart expands, then Krishna expands. Is it not? The more magnanimous you are, the more committed you are, Krishna expands. But if you are stingy, if you are a miser, then he will be remaining in that cement godown. Is it not? We moved from a small house, a bigger house. Temple is also like that. The bigger and bigger. So if we don't accredit this to Srila Prabhupada every day, we are here today because of you, then something we are not acknowledging. Teach me to control. O vulnerable Vaishnava, ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Teach me to control my 6 passions, rectify my 6 faults. Bestow upon me the 6 qualities offered to me, onto me the 6 kinds of holy associations. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtana movement of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just 1 drop of the faith which to obtain great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Oh, Krishna is yours. You have power to give me. I'm simply running behind you, shouting Krishna, Krishna. Amito Kangala, Krishna, Krishna Boli. How many of us gone there? How many of we come before Krishna and say, or how many of us go in front of Srila Prabhupada and say, Amito Kangala? We don't get it. The mood of us is when we come and pay obeisance to Srila Prabhupada, the first thing is, thank you for giving me some space in your movement. This gratitude of relationship between founder Acharya or other Acharya, Vaishnava, that comes for in the form of prayers. It connects you to them. When you go and plead in front of the Acharya or Krishna, they give us that Krishna Bhakti, that, that strength to withstand. So, looking at that, keeping this in your mind, let's go to the Bhagavatam. 11th canto, 22nd chapter, 10th verse. Swam Prakash, I'm just trying to follow whatever you said. Please correct me if I go deviate. Anadi avya yuktasya purushayatma vedanam svato na sambhavat anastatva gnano gnanado bhavet. 11th canto, 22nd chapter, 10th verse. Anadi avidya yuktasya purushashyatma vedanam svato na sambhava danasya tattva gnano gnanado bhave. Anadi avidya yuktasya purusatyatma vedanam svato na sambhavat anastatva gnano gnanado bhavet. Word to word meaning anadi. Just before, this is an instruction given by Krishna to Uddhava. When Krishna was about to leave this world, at that time Uddhava is asked, okay, I'm going to be here, how will I survive? And he starts asking questions. So at that time Krishna is instructing. So this is the one of that instruction. Anadi, without beginning. Avidya, with ignorance. Yuktasya, who is joined. Purushasya, of a person. Atma Vedanam, process of self-realization. swataha, by his own ability, na sambhavat, because it cannot occur, anyaha, another person, tattvagnanaha, the knower of the transcendental reality, gnanadaha, the bestower of real knowledge, bhavet, must be. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Listen very attentively. Because a person who has been covered by ignorance since time immemorial is not capable of affecting his own self-realization. There must be some other personality who is in factual knowledge of the absolute truth and can impart this knowledge to him. Kindly repeat responsibly. Because a person who has been covered by ignorance since time immemorial is not capable of affecting his own self-realization. There must be some other personality who is in factual knowledge of the absolute truth and can impart this knowledge to him. So this translation clearly establishes the fact that you require an external source. So who Krishna himself is telling to Uddhava. Now let us see what the purport says. Lord Krishna clearly states in this verse that the living entity is incapable of effecting his own enlightenment. The Supreme Lord is Tattvagna, omniscient, and Gnanada, the spiritual master of the entire universe. Knowledge is based on three modes of material nature, cannot rise to the transcendental platform, where the personality of Godhead exists as the supreme enjoyer of the eternal spiritual varieties of form, color, flavor, musical sounds, and loving affairs. Mundane philosophers simply bounce back and forth between material enjoyment and material renunciation. Material enjoyment, and look at the other enjoyment. What is this? Material renunciation. Being the victims of Mayavada, the impersonal perception of the absolute truth, they cannot achieve the shelter of the personality of Godhead, thus cannot understand Him. Because the foolish impersonal philosophers consider themselves supreme, they are unable to appreciate their loving service exists on the spiritual platform. Stubbornly rejecting the subservience of the personality of Godhead, the impersonalists are eventually overwhelmed by illusional potency of the Lord, undergo miseries of material existence. The Vaishnavas, on the other hand, are not envious of the personality of Godhead. They gladly accept the shelter of the supremacy, and thus the Lord personally takes charge of his devotees and enlightens them, filling them with his own transcendental bliss. Spiritual service to the Supreme Lord in this way, free from disappointment, repression of material service. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivadadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mugam Karo Deva vachalam Bangulangayate Girim Yatkrpatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinadadinam Paramanandamadavam Chaitanya Ishwaram Vasudeva Sudam Devam Gamsajanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. This particular sloka is very important for us because it's talking about two aspects material enjoyment and also there's material renunciation. So, why does he use material renunciation? Because there is a particular community of the people who appear to be learned, they may be learned, so they are also renunciate. They are not involved in any materialistic activities. But understanding of the tattva is incomplete there. But they think it is complete. So that we will understand how to go about. So in the present world, in the present time, what we see is materialism, material enjoyment is so much available to everybody. So nobody is thinking of, you know, of spiritual understanding of birth, death, disease, old age. They don't know. They think a time will come where we can live permanently. That is what it is. So each intelligent person, see, I'm not branding everybody as bad. Please try to understand why we will transit between this to the spiritual understanding what Srila Prabhupada is founded ISKCON. See, that is the connection which we are trying to discuss today. It is necessary for us, the mood, what we have set standard for us to face this world. If you don't have that mood, then you may have the knowledge, but you will not touch anybody's heart. So that is required. So if we do not understand what Srila Prabhupada wants to communicate this world, because the words what the statement Srila Prabhupada made is that the whole world should live in my house. We have to create a house where everybody comes and lives. See, his magnanimity, his vision. How does this happen? It is not a material body he's talking about. He's talking about a spiritual body. So when Krishna was showing to Arjuna that, just have a look what I'm going to show you. He shows the entire war and everybody is going inside the stomach of all the people are going, already the war is over. So the thing is that he's showing to Arjuna, oh, my one eye is gone. So the thing is, so he's showing that there are people, we have already fought the war, they're all going inside. If you see that, that Vishwarupa and Arjuna is seeing, everybody is going inside, fighting, and showing already the trial what, he showed the real war. So that means some particular people, they're just seeing, they don't have anything else, they're just looking at this world, they are taking birth, they are just running their life as it is, how it's coming up, whatever comes, they accept it as mercy, and they go and they die. So there is no question of any understanding. So that's going on. So they may be doing sincerely. They may be very honest. They may be truthful. But still Tattva Darshana, they don't know the purpose of life. All right? That you can also put it in the animal category. They are also honest. You know? So everything is okay, but they are transiting. The animals are actually making progress, but human beings don't make. Because that understanding is not there. So now for us to, what exactly is materialism? That means the people who are around us, so many gentle people are there, gentlemen are there. They're very nice people. They are doing a lot of philanthropic work. But what is missing in them is that they don't know the goal of life. But they're nice people. They're honest. Everything what they follow, dharma of the vyavasayika buddhi, that is all there. But what dharma propagated by Krishna, that is still not there. That is one class of people. Then the other class of people who are there, where he's talking about, is Mayavadis.
They are also spiritualists. They are also looking at, they also are looking at, we are very intelligent people. So they are looking at these materialistic people as, oh, they don't know anything in life. So today, such people are predominantly spread all over the world. Anandas, so many Anandas are there. Even though Nirananda comes from there, unknowingly, but they are everywhere spread. Any saffron cloth, you go to Haridwar, Kumbh Mela, you go, so thousands of people are there. But coincidentally, we are also wearing saffron clothes, but along with that, white clothes are also there. The difference is Varnashram Dharma. Now, in ISKCON, you will find all kinds of colors. But the saffron also suggests for our Vaishnava, so people want to know. They will judge, okay, he's a sannyasi. What? Till he opens his mouth, nobody will know what is. They think he is a sannyasi and they will pay their obeisances. So the nature of this world is going on like that. We can't blame it. So unless an Acharya comes and, just like Shankaracharya was going on with his philosophy, till Ramanuja came, nobody knew the other part of philosophical understanding. It's there. So Shankaracharya, pure-hearted, preached fantastic Mayavada, but he was a great enunciate. But he had a purpose to do. They misunderstood that what he says is ultimate. Nothing was wrong with the philosophy of Lord Shankaracharya's philosophy. And nothing wrong with his behavior. Everything's, but he had a job to do. So he did that. But a particular class of people came and took that and they thought that is the end. So now that is where Ramanuja came. And he started with Advaita philosophy, Vasishtha Advaita, Vasishtha Advaita. Then came Madhvacharya. You all know this, but you have to understand what the people did, their followers. So the Shankaracharya followers who were addicted to him or were dedicated to him, they went with that philosophy only. They did not even open the eyes and see what is the other side of Ramanuja coming of Shankaracharya. Because Shankara, Ramanuja, all eternal associates of Lord. If Shankaracharya is he is Lord Shiva, Ramanuja is nothing but a Balaram avatar. That they missed out. Then we will go, next is Madhvacharya. He is also an eternal associate of Lord. They are not misleading people. They are deliberately preaching that much what is required to that kind of society they are. So in our philosophical understanding, you can't exclude anybody, which is happening there. A Ramanuja follower will be restricted to his jati. A Shankara follower will be restricted to his jati. So they are not open to others. Even if they are open, they will only bring them to the door. They will not bring them inside. It's not because of Shankaracharya. It's because of our dilution when we are making progress. It gets diluted. The philosophical understanding, that's what Krishna says. Dharma, when it's going down, I have to reinvent it. I have to come. Is it not? So, we ISKCON followers, we have to be inclusive. We have to be inclusive in the sense, Mayavad understanding should be there with us. You can't ridicule them. Yes, that is there, but it is partial. It is there. So if you get into fight, then they will not become devotees. You have to be very crystal clear for us. There is no enemies for us. Whatever they are. Even if they are coming with a knife, you may run away. But still he is not, because he is ignorant fellow. We cannot be like Nityam Prabhu and get beaten up. Maybe we have to go. We have to protect ourselves. It is necessary. So for ISKCON devotees, we have a treasure with us. We have great Acharya like Srila Prabhupada, who is so inclusive. So if we do not get that, and what is his vision? He is looking at everyone should be Krishna conscious. So that should be our heart, expanding. If you start segregating people, you will get into problem. Don't segregate people. You have two children. Do you discriminate between two children? So when we read Bhagavad Gita, understand, Krishna says that everybody, I am the seed-giving father. How discrimination can come? You may avoid, that's all. But a tiger, you may not associate with a tiger, but you will associate with a cow. Because nature is different. Creation is the same Lord. Not that Krishna says all tigers can be killed off. No, they exist. So there is bad, there is good, but by birth nothing is there. So Krishna conscious followers of Prabhupada Anugas, their first and foremost thing is that we are an inclusive society. There is no discrimination at all here. So this is most important one, that anga of our progress in spiritual life. If that comes to it, that is the fundamental principle. Our doors are open to everybody. You may have different doors, that is okay, but doors are there. So it means you have to adopt your skills in such a way that what you will preach to your Mayavadi. You have to adopt, again, change your skills towards how to preach to your materialism. You have to adopt your, how to you preach your better halves, how the family. That is the skill of this understanding of Vaishnava Acharyas. So that is all included. That is coming from Lord Chaitanya's parampara. He did not, when Advaita Acharya prayed for Lord Chaitanya to come, he was looking at that inclusiveness of everybody coming under the flood, under the flag of Lord Chaitanya. So the mood Lord Chaitanya took is of that humble mood of penetrating everybody's heart is the secret of mercy for all of us to follow. How he was trying to preach, what he was as a Pandit, Nimai Pandit, what he was doing. The moment he started chanting Hare Krishna, he got the holy name. The whole thing changed. A Pandit ji who defeated Digvijay Pandit suddenly became so meek, so humble, so much compassion, all the time water coming in his eyes. What a transition change. So if we do not deliberate on these things, how will our heart melt? If our heart has to melt and get that kind of, the mercy, you have to know these things. I know we all know about that, but how much are we implementing it? So the need of the hour is that every moment we are in Krishna consciousness should be critically, we have to analyze ourselves. So what steps we are taking? Padam padam yad vipadam. That means the world, the moment we step outside this temple, so much of complications are there. But the power of sadhana bhakti protects you the whole day. When we have a morning sadhana, with the humble mood of practicing. Oh, today I did my sadhana. It can be proud also. Well, it produces results. I'm not telling about that. But if you want the desired results of Acharya, then you have to make sure that how humbly you're practicing. When you're reading the Bhagavatam, are you addressing yourself? Are you making sure I'm going to give class today? Makes a lot of difference. So our mood of Krishna consciousness is nothing but one, we'll learn, we do vichar, then we do prachar. So the day we come, the first day chant Hare Krishna, then he goes to 16 round. First round and 16 round, a lot of difference is there. Maybe 2 years of sadhana. So naturally there has to be, the consciousness also should be the same. The first round person is chanting Hare Krishna and 16 round cannot be the same. There has to be some value added. What do you think? Without values, what difference it makes? So it is necessary for us to contemplate, okay, 1 year over. What is the next? That's what makes the difference for. Now, when he is telling about the other, that you require an external force, Krishna is telling, now he goes to Bhagavad Gita. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Now he established in the Bhagavatam what it is. He said, now again he is telling Arjuna, you better approach a spiritual master. So this fact is there that Guru is necessary. There he told Uddhava same thing. Now he is telling to Arjuna, better you approach. Through Arjuna he is telling all of us. So we have an Acharya with us. How many times we have approached him? We may reading his books. Even though this happening, there has to be a change in our way of behavior. Not that we'll renounce the world and come out, but the attitude changes. You will see Just like Prabhupada gives the example, when a mechanic sees the problem in the car, but we can't know. But if there is relationship, it matters. You have your son, the moment you see, love comes. But you see neighbor's son, love may not come. No, the fact like that only. When we see everybody as Krishna's progeny, oh, they are also recipient of Krishna, that matters a lot. So if we are going to be preachers, this mood has to be there. Some people may take the mercy, some people may not take. Then you can't tell him this guy is not buying the book. But he saw the book, no? Maybe he's standing 1 minute with you. That itself is a mercy. Always look at the positive aspect of what he did not buy the book is a negative aspect. But he stood 1 minute, he listened to you. He saw your picture. That makes the difference. What Srila Prabhupada said, anybody who comes and sees something there, is it not true? So why is our consciousness suddenly deciding the fact that you become judge immediately? This guy is a bad, this guy is a good. That by he buys the whole Bhagavatam, he may not read only. But this person, he may not have taken the book. One day he will be inside the temple chanting Hare Krishna. So it is not there in our comprehend. We can't comprehend what is there with the society by and large. What you can comprehend, what you are going to preach to others. That matters a lot. Are you doing sincerely? Is integrity in the right mood? Is it what you are representing Srila Prabhupada? That is very important. You are all Prabhupada followers. We are all, it should be that, oh my God, they are ISKCON people. Even though credit is there today. So it makes a lot of people say ISKCON people are really very good people. So just good people is not sufficient. You should make them good by making Kama Baba. Take it inside. So the heart of our, just like Hanuman is opening out, when we read the Shastra, when we read the past time, slowly our heart has to expand. We have to see this world with a broad vision. And what is that vision? You don't have to, fabricate or manufacture nothing. What Prabhupada has already done. He is seen. And he has set standard. What is he going to do? So, the foremost of all this is the humility for yourself only. Because this body is not cooperating because of anarthas. It will take you to anger side, it will take you to passion side, you have a lot of money in your pocket, you will have what you call avidya. The vidya is there. Material education today, people are bewildered. They will say one day we will do so many things. Very, very nice. They are doing many things. There is no doubt. We were having a presentation for one person from Airtel people. Even Airtel people becoming devotees. The whole GBC body. See, not that we are not engaging people. So one course, about 2 hours, there was a meeting. There was one presentation. We were thinking, what is Airtel people will come and do? They came and gave a presentation. How through the electronic media you can approach people. So they have a package about, let us say you have Janmashtami here. So what is the audience? Around 3 kilometers. If you tie up with them, they will give you all the numbers of their mobile to you. I mean, it was fascinating. All the temple presidents are running behind them. Give me your number. I don't know what is there in each of our mind. But I did not understand. I was talking to another devotee who was a technocrat. Then he told me like this. Then another youth preacher was talking about, he said, how this will benefit us. A youth preacher, suppose you have a youth preaching program here. Already many temples are implementing it, but it depends on how. So youth preacher, he is coming and asking the Airtel people, I want to know between 18 to 28 or 30, how many people in this area? They'll give all the mobile numbers. What else you want? 1 rupee mein 1000 people coming. That means you spend 1000 rupees. One SMS goes, 1 rupee or something like that. But it reaches 1000 people. So like that, you have a girls program, you have a, Grasta program. You can always look at how this can reach out. So this is what is inclusiveness looking at. We don't reject any of the material aspect. Absolutely, it is there. So 2 hours of presentation, every one of us were after Airtel to get their number. So I was speaking to Sundaru Prabhu. I said, Prabhu, don't worry, I will catch them, shortly. Because Janmashtami is coming. So many programs are coming, how you can reach out. So there is all the ways of means, but everything is coming from Krishna. So Prabhupada took it up. Now coming to this point, approach a spiritual master. Then he is telling, inquire for him submissively. The word submissively matters a lot. Right? So my one glass is that black color. This something happened with this. I can see in only one eye. So approach a spiritual master, then inquire him submissively, render service unto him. Now let us assume what Srila Prabhupada did. How did a devotee is telling Prabhupada is the epitome of humility. Humility. That's why he was successful. Nah? So if we become humble in our approach to the people, approach to oneself, approach to the family, everything, so you are a winner. So that humility cannot be artificial. The humility even the Mayavadis have, even the gentleman people have, they are able to give to a certain extent. Thank you. See, you require external for eyes also, no? No, this is this is far distance. I think this is the wrong one. To see nearby require one, to see far another one. Black one is there on that. So Prabhupada is talking about the manner in which Srila Prabhupada exhibited the opulence of modesty and humility is beyond compare. In spite of being the spiritual master of the whole world, the confidential associate of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the greatest personality on the surface of earth, the commander-in-chief of the Lord Chaitanya's army, and much more. Still, Srila Prabhupada always showed us how humble, how pure a spiritual master is. And even though he controls the spiritual Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, as an Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, everyone by his own example. How many of you think actually Prabhupada was controlling Krishna? Was he controlling or not? No? Nobody, what happened? Was not Krishna dancing to Srila Prabhupada's tune? Didn't he do it? He is dancing here also, no? So the point is, what he is making is, perfect. This is how it is. Srila Prabhupada showed us how he's talking about the commander-in-chief of the Lord Chaitanya army. Is he not commander-in-chief? He did not establish Krishna temple all over the world. Is it not expanding? So if Krishna is not dancing to his tune, then who is dancing to his tune? So that means how is he conquered? Because of humility. He's an Acharya. So look at that. So if we are following him, that means that even a fraction of humility has to be with us. At least for momentary. So, but when we are doing the sadhana bhakti and trying to practice that, that improves a lot. Then Srila Prabhupada says, the symptom of a devotee are meekness and humility. Although spiritual, well advanced, he always remains meek and humble. As Krishna Kaviraj Goswami and all other Vaishnavas have taught us by example. Prabhupada also says in another place, the more one advances spiritually, the more humble one becomes. Here you have the ratio. So are we really meditating on that? Are we really deliberating on that? So we cannot be complacent in progress of spiritual life. There is no saturation here. Saturation means finished. That chemical reaction over. It's like a dead body. That means we are making ready for next another room. There is no saturation. Don't ever, that means complacency, saturation, both are same. 16 rounder, initiated, second initiated, humility is missing. What happens? He is first initiated devotee, second initiated devotee, he becomes a sannyasi. If there is no, if attitude doesn't change, or his gravity of relationship, doesn't change, what is the use? It is not by only academic interest. Okay, you have got a graduate PhD, modern world, they give a PhD degree, but you will be doing something else. He is a research assistant in chemistry, he will come out, but he will be doing physics. This is the material world. But philosophical understanding, tattva darshana, it is very clear. Very absolutely. There is no other two aspect. When you take it up, that's it. Varnashrama dharma, he created. What is that for? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they follow that. Absolutely. But not by birth. So how Srila Prabhupada is talking about, if one is making progress, then that symptom will be there. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy to fit. 108 temples Srila Prabhupada built. We all joined one temple. We can all we build a big temple. Did we really build this temple? It's nothing but his compassion, he engaged us. Now what did Srila Prabhupada is thinking? My Guru Maharaj gave me the mercy. He also did not accredit. Is it not? Same thing with Lord Chaitanya. When he met the people in Prakashananda Sarvati, he said, I'm a fool number one. My spiritual master told me, this parampara, you have to cling on to it. The moment somewhere your ego comes, you should have pressed it up. But you have to put it down. You may be a top-class preacher, but humility doesn't follow. Why the Atmanandas, Niranandas, all this, they go to a certain extent after a crash. Because humility is missing. The end result is missing. If you don't have a goal, what you will get? Whole. The Mayavadis don't have a goal. They don't know what it is. But there is a role for them. Krishna is, okay, one place is there. Okay, you go there, but you will come back. Look, that's why the mood of Srila Prabhupada is very, very simple. The word to understand humility, how difficult it is? Practice is very difficult. Is it difficult? Humility? Very difficult. Practice is very difficult. See now, Pratyaksha Praman. If he can say like this, who is a full-timer here, what to think of us? That is this humility. Sorry. So although my order completes this mission, I am not worthy of it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, now I am begging your mercy so that I may become worthy of, for you are the wisest and most experienced all. So he is asking for Jaladuta prayer. He's asking Krishna, give me the mercy, I'll go. But I am incapable. So all these are the fundamental understanding that we should carry. It is not an infatuation. It is a realization. You have to realize and try to practice. There is no other go. There is no alternative. You have become part of this society, you have to inculcate. If you're not inculcating, then you are missing the real taste of Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna Prema won't come to us. It just sticks there. It will be there. It will become like a shadow. You can never catch the shadow. Is it not? So, you're all such wealthy people, so much of realization. You have left their houses and come to the Bhagavatam class. That means you love Prabhupada. You have understood, yeah, this is the only moment. So like that, like this, so many of people are there still waiting for you to bring them in. Each one. Many temples will come. There is abundant place. Yesterday, Gaura called me up. Prabhu, there is a hope that we may get 3-acre land somewhere where he's preaching. So land is there, money is there, philosophy is there, but you are not there. What is use? So everything is available. Why it is available? Because Krishna, when you start serving him, he provides you. Lakshmi Devi will order, please give them whatever they want. Because they are serving my pure devotee. Is it not? Which ISKCON is actually closed. I don't think in the history of ISKCON, if it has closed, it will open a bigger door. Is it not? We had a small door, now it's become bigger door. We had 2 doors, then now we have 3 doors and 1 door here, so many doors are there. So Krishna conscious movement is ever expanding. Because all the counterparts of Parshad are of blessing us. And the greatest blesser is Srila Prabhupada. I am there. That's why he's sitting in the altar. He said, don't worry, I'm watching what you people are doing. But the thing is, are you going to cooperate? See, this science of spiritual understanding, it cannot be on the selfish platform. It has to be on the selfless platform. It is beyond our body. It's not possible. So, philosophical discussion with Shyam Sundar Das, he said, just like all my disciples, because they have surrendered, so there is cooperation. So if all of us have thinking, yes, we should expand this movement, so what will happen? Therefore, our movement is increasing. Is this branch not increasing? That means there is cooperation. But cooperation can be distorted. But that can be asserted. So we are going in that direction. We have come together. It may take some time. But after 5 years also, if there is distortion, then there is a problem. So we just started 4 months, 5 months. Have a target next 5 years. Whom are all sitting here, you should have that, the mood of magnanimity, what Srila Prabhupada wants. Somebody can be a book distributor, he can look at it. Somebody can be, different savers can be there. But all savers are contributing the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. He wants the deities to be worshipped nicely. They have to be dressed properly. They have to be offered properly. At the same time, he's telling these people, you go and distribute books, print more books. Somebody is telling, build a temple. You make like these changes. So it is all there. But everything is contributing towards the Supreme Personality Godhead. If we build this temple and he doesn't come there, what will happen? It is useless. So all that matters with this humility. Humility. Again, he goes, letter to Nakano, April 18, 1961. I am grateful to you for all you have said to me. I am a humble creature. He calls himself, I am a humble creature. I am just trying to do my bit in this connection because I was ordered by my spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So, we'll go back. Krishna instructed Uddhava. Right? Krishna instructed Arjuna. The parampara is coming. In the same way, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Lord Chaitanya instructed. So now coming that parampara, each one is following his spiritual master. Very clear. So why do we get exempted here? Why do we want to be exception? It's not possible. So I have to follow. So now the same thing is coming here is when each jiva has a unique relation with Prabhupada. It is not that it is through me, through him, no. Through Prabhupada, through books, through his instructions, through his disciples, we are connected with him. So you start molding that relationship. You start cultivating that. You start nurturing that. That is independent of other person. Other people can inspire you. But if they don't inspire you, then you get into problem. You have to have a right association. Outside, you have no choice. But when you come to the temple, you have the right choice, baby. Because all are devotees. Everybody is talking about Krishna. You coming to the temple, there is one Vyahasaya. What is that? How to contribute to the expansion of Prabhupada's movement or Chaitanya's movement. There is nothing else. If a person comes in the morning, dresses very beautifully, that means he has done his duty so that people who come and get admired. That means he's contributed there already. So everybody is interconnected everywhere. Nobody is exempt at the moment you step inside the temple. But if you come and sleep here and go off, then what will happen? Yoga Nidra is okay. But if Yoga Nidra is not there, you'll simply come, go a few rounds and go. It will not play. Please grab the mercy. Grabbing the mercy is very, very important. And that is only available in ISKCON. Then Guru Maharaj said, Bhakti Siddhanta told me to preach Krishna consciousness in the West. So it is not my pride, but I can say for your instruction that I did. Whatever little success you see, it is due to my following in the order of my spiritual master. So he is already accredited to Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. How many of us do like this? My dear, 200 Bhagavatam set sold. Who is Sarva Karana Karana? See, I sold. By the mercy of Prabhupada, if you add, it will be good. Give credit to him. If he had not written the books, what you will write? What you will sell? You will sell newspaper. Karma. What is that? Kali Puran. Huh? Illa Bhagavat Puran or Kali Puran. Either one you choose. So if you don't give that credit, whatever you are doing today, your success, to the spiritual master, you will rot. You will just go. So, Ganges, when you go and do Tarpanam there, Kesvayama, Narayana, you do that Tarpayam, everything you do, same water you will put it there. So what mercy has come if you don't engage in Srila Prabhupada's service, will go waste. No person going in Ganges brings the out and to pour outside. He takes the same water and puts it inside. So bhakti is like that. Bhakti is like that. Bhakti is only the service. The more you do service, the more your consciousness is getting purified. You don't have to worry about when you leave this body. You leaving the body, Krishna has determined and he will take back. The understanding of when Bhaktivinoda Thakur changed, I will be that that particular sloka, he only changed off. When Lord Chaitanya heard that sloka, why did you change the Bhagavatam sloka? Like that, Lord Chaitanya said, no, he is changing the heart. But the other devotee said, you are right, the word. You use the word mukti, you change out to bhakti. That is that. And who was Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Greatest Mayavadi. Oh, sorry, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He changed. So, just going there. So he says, I don't have any independent capacity, but took words of Guru as my life and soul. So this is the heart of Srila Prabhupada. I took my instruction from my spiritual master as life and soul. Can we not do it when we come here? We can carry, we come here, we are trying to see it's a cooperative movement. We have to cooperate and see how this many people are going to be benefited. So for that planning. So this was the end. Now we will take the pastime of Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Why am I bringing this? Mercy of Swayam Prakash Prabhu. Why he has his agenda, I don't know whether I will do, but he told me, yes, I'm trying to do that. To come to this level, I have to go so many places. I had to go to Bhagavatam, I had to go to Bhagavad Gita, I had to go look at Prabhupada's humility aspect to make a proper platform to understand why it is so important to have this humility. It's quite a bit of exercise, but it is purification. Because without deenanate, that means deena, one has to be humble enough. Otherwise, nobody, even a beggar, he has to say, please give me some alms. Same thing, a beggar of Vaishnava is always begging the mercy of the Lord. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was a Brahaspati, the Guru of God, this is from Gaura Gana Deepika. Everything you know. Don't think, I know that. But understand in between things. How the more deeper you go, the better understanding you. You have gone to story 1 time, 2 time, 3 times. But how much impact it does on your heart, that matters a lot. That's why Lord Chaitanya was hearing the same pastimes time and again. But we can't go on changing, okay, Bhagavatam over, mean next which Bhagavatam? There's only one Bhagavatam, same thing will come. You finish this, again you go back there. So, this is necessary for us to understand, okay, Narahari is speaking, tomorrow somebody is speaking. This is not notification. Oh, he is going to tell something which I have not heard. No, that means something wrong with me. If I tell something which you have not heard from the Bhagavatam, there is something wrong with me, not with you. Because we have to hear the same thing. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. The instruction, what is same thing? 4 regulative principles, 16 rounds. To do all this, we have to tell you the whole story of the Bhagavatam. What were they doing? What did the Goswamis? Did you all see the Goswamis? Huh? So from Mayavada, it became Tattvavada. Because the form was not visible, is it not? Huh? Now you can see the form. Coincidentally, it is matching with our class. Till a day before yesterday, this was not painted. Now they gave the figure. This is what Krishna does. He colors you. He colors you with these qualities, taking mercy of Prabhupada. So in that, he says, the branch of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Krishnadas Kaviraj lists the branches of Lord Chaitanya. After listing those devotees like Paramanand, Swarup Damodar, who came to join the Lord in Jagannath Puri, talks about the Bengali devotees who are already arriving Puri. When they arrived there and who met him for the first time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is considered the most important of all these devotees. Krishnaraj Kaviraj is speaking about the most important. Again, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, what is he? He is a Brihaspati, greatest exponent of Advaita philosophy. Right? Nobody could match him as we go. Why I'm bringing up this is, you please take that back, what I did say. We don't conclude anything. You have to be, why Advaitas or the follower of Shankara, they are also good people. But understanding could be different. And they are so good that anybody who sees them, they become devotees. Because of all the Buddhists, after meeting Shankaracharya, Sarvabhauma, many people became exalted devotees. Nobody could stand him. And his humility also highest level. He was so compassionate. So that link you should continue to have it. So now the big branch. Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur has commented on this verse. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya name was given as Vasudeva. He was son of Maheshwara Visharada, a celebrated resident of Vidyanagara. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was an aristocratic Brahmana of Riha class. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the student of Prakashananda Mishra, the head professor of what was that time leading school of Nyaya, Mithila in Bihar. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya memorized the entire body of Nyaya, logic, learning available, and he came to Navadvip to establish his own school for the study of logic. Although he was a Grihastha, he took Kshetra Sannyas, owing never to set foot outside Jagannath Puri. And he taught the Vedanta to the students there. He gave discourses on Shankaracharya's commentary and Vedanta to Mahaprabhu himself until he understood the real meaning of his grace. It says, mercy, no? So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is established as a greatest exponent of Vedic system. So Veda divided into Upanishads, Purana, so many things. So one part of Vedic, especially Upanishads, they have a meaningful for each words. So it could be Nirakara or Nirvishesha, if they're going to use those words. The Advaitas take it as one which is formless. Nirakara, they says. But according to Vaishnava Acharya, Nirakara means one without no material akara. So that's the difference. So one is actual understanding, Nirakara means one is formless. The same Nirakara, when Ramanuja explains or when Lord Chaitanya explains, Nirakara means one with no material sphere. So this is, so he is correct in that way. But it is not true in this and in the Upanishads. So going through, sometimes we get in reading Sanskrit, even though Prabhupada wanted, but by the time we learn the Sanskrit, we may become Sanskrit, but we may forget chanting. So let the Brahminical class do all. Prabhupada has given all this philosophy for us. So it is very simple. Now, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a householder, was so highly qualified, he became a teacher of many sannyasis of impersonal school. In fact, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he mistook Mahaprabhu and he wanted to give him the philosophy of Mayavada. That's why When Mahaprabhu met him, that that he says it's incomparable wonder when he saw Mahaprabhu, and he himself thought that what a beautiful person he is. He got bewildered by the look of Lord Chaitanya. But at the same time, he was thinking, my God, why is he just jumping and, chanting some name? See, look at this understanding. One side, he developed in him. What a wonderful personality. At the same time, other time, he's thinking, yo, what a wrong, he's in the wrong position and wrong philosophy. Look at that. So what a wonder that Mahaprabhu chose him. Nah? That's what trying to look at. Now these two people come, so see what happens. See the compassionate mood of, you get bewildered. Even a small child, our devotee's child, he chants Vishnu Sahasranam. We are all bewildered. What is such a young person is chanting Vishnu's Nam, Bhagavatam. We get bewildered. But it can be, technically, he may be doing these things. But what about realization? So, tattva, if it is not properly understood, it can lead to something else. So, the entire people at that time, all the sannyasis were there learning. And they accepted him as a great, even among Vaishnavas. They kept apart. They were inside the house because nobody was listening to them. They were inside the house. They were Vaishnavas, but they didn't come out because he was extraordinary. Nobody could defeat them with logic. Even when Nimai Pandit was a logic, nobody was there. But this time, Mahaprabhu was not taking that role. He took a different role. He was not ready. He himself, he was thinking, I'm a humble person, I don't know anything. So that is what I've been trying to highlight this. This movement requires humility to preach. Your skills to preach to people, please look at what they are. You should analyze them. You should not go and, talk about philosophical understanding to a Madhva person. He will smash you up. You go and if you meet a Madhva or Advaita or something like that, I don't know anything, you are my God, and you can go from there. You can tell the same thing. But your humility will say, this person, he did like this. Maybe he falls in love with you. I say he has something with you. That's why you have to be very careful. If you are going to a rich man, don't become a super rich man. You become a beggar then. You have to make your standards, just like Hanuman. As Ravana was going up, Hanuman was going up. So you have to look at those things which will have that equal meeting with devotees. So that is necessary. Now, the product of illusion energy, the source of Mayavada, which means illusionary, form, doctrine. The Mayavadis hold the form of Lord is a fabrication. Use that. The form of Lord is fabrication. That is the only useful as meditation aid for less advanced people or spiritual practitioners. They hold that Brahma, the formless, undifferentiated potency of law, less form is supreme truth. So their conclusion is very clear. That form of the Lord, when you're going to see him, and you see him as he is not there, that is realization. If you suddenly you see Krishna and see his beautiful dress, oh, what he's wearing, Vaidurya, beautiful, what is that, peacock, and he's wearing yellow dress. If you start explaining, you are a less intelligent person. If you see in front of him and telling he is nobody, that means you are an advanced person. That's what it says here. I'm not telling anything. How can we accept this? So this is what is Shunyavadi. The people they will ridicule in the terms of their Vedic, what is the chants by their pronunciation of that Sanskrit slokas. So you get bewildered. So whenever a child is speaking Sanskrit sloka, but he does know the meaning, same thing with the Mayavada. If he is going to chant, he doesn't know the meaning. He's simply telling. No difference between a child practicing or reciting a mantra and a Mayavada. Philosophical who is telling, because his conclusions are different. So, but we should not get bewildered by, sometimes we get bewildered, oh my God, what a presentation, we get bewildered. You go to that school and all that in Vidyapita and different places. But conclusion is different. Our people may not know all the sloka, but they know Hare Krishna mantra. Nowadays, the school people, all children are coming. I just sent a picture. I got a picture telling that so many children are coming and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. All this must be people who are on board. So, according to the pure and doctrine of Vaishnavism, the Supreme Lord, who is the object of worship, possesses eternally identity, and his name, form, qualities, pastimes are all eternal in spiritual nature. Why does this happen? Because the conclusion of that tattva with which that knowledge is there, they are thinking, oh, this is what is understanding. That means they will take it as it is, as it is. So their conclusion, so they will not know. So they could be, that is a form of ignorance. They're the point is why I'm trying to is they are not egoistic. They are perfectly okay, but they think that what they know is the best. That is all. But they don't know their part of it. That is important. Now see how Lord Chaitanya is now going to interact with such a great personality. So that is very important for us when we are going outside. If you have no discrimination capacity of, then instead of preaching, we may be cheating. You may have real knowledge. But if you don't diagnose the person who is there, we may be doing same. Earlier time we used to do that. We used to preach everybody same thing. You are null void. We are the best. That was the mode what we had taken in the Hare Krishna time in the 80s and the 90s. We would say we are the best. But the present 20th century, the whole ISKCON is going in a different direction. They are becoming humbler than a blade of grass. So if you don't have that, we may do a little change. But if you have to get the mass to the on board, it's not going to happen. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the founders of the fourth school of Vaishnava thoughts, Madhvacharya, Ramanuja, Vishnu Swami Nimbarka, as well as Supreme Lord Chaitanya himself have fought against Mayavada teachings of Rangsacharya. Now we are fighting two Mayavadis. The Maya of materialists, then Mayavada of the school of Shankaras. We may not be going to Mayavada school, but the Mayavadis who are the materialistic people who are there, you have to be careful there also. That number is large, is very small. So even if you don't preach to them, you don't have to worry because they have come to one stage. Now let us take the other example, is the materialistic people. They have money in their bank balance. They are well educated. They have social status in society. So why will suddenly they become, humble enough to take up the Krishna consciousness? But they are ignorant of Gita teachings. They don't know what is life. Dehi no asmin yata dehe pauvaram yauvanam jara. They don't know this. They don't know they are growing old. Is it not? So that is their ignorance. So that ignorance, how you are going to address, that is the challenge. How you're going to, that is the challenge actually solved by Srila Prabhupada. That is mass Sankirtan, giving Mahaprasad. Inviting somebody to a temple, give them Mahaprasad, next time you'll come back. Then next time you'll say, hey, you're doing something in your bag, what is there in your hand? Slowly they'll come. You're waiting, you will tell in your heart, I was waiting for this day when you'll ask this question. Many times it happens, in our lives. Many times, so many people come to our time, but they will not take up the Krishna consciousness. One day they will come and ask, you've been practicing so sincerely. You get up in the morning, mane gante odiyuttide, ella bartide. What is that so interesting that every day you're doing this? That is what is inquiry. That should happen. If that starts happening, that means you have to have Shitoshna. That means the tolerance level. The moment he comes, 5 poor people are there. One regulative principles will talk about. Another will take 16 rounds japa. Another person will take the position of you should honor now Mahaprasadam. If you turn, that person will not even turn this side next time. We are not commanders yet. All will come, don't worry. Don't be in a hurry to initiate somebody before he gets initiated. Wait, let them come. Swagatam, suswagatam, don't worry, then Krishna will take care. All right, one jiva has come, give him them gulab jamun, give them nice talk, your beautiful talk, and he will go. What a memory he carries, he'll come next time. These guys are extraordinary people. That's why our Sunday evenings, which we are trying our best, the mood is very, very important. The mood has to be. See, you're all in good positions, you're all in making progress. But this progress will be fully, what do you call, satisfying Guru only when that penetrates others' hearts. When we came here, we were 10 people. Now we are hundreds. So after the temple opens, it is increasing. So time will reveal. But are you willing to cooperate? So you have to change your attitude a little bit. Don't apply how you treat a child. You cannot apply it to a 24-year-old person. Same thing, 24-year-old person, what you're applying cannot be at 50 years. Is it not? So this discriminating aspect of our preaching, the tools and the skills is very necessary. But now we are all sitting here. Next 5 years is a great challenge for all of us. How you have to go? This is the right approach we have to say. How we can do it? Today our girls forum, Mataji said, our vision and mission statement. So that is the progress. How are you going to attract people? So plan out very nicely. Next 1 year, each one of you plan, okay, this is what I want to do. So all of you start cooperating. Forum groups, have many groups. You can do this, somebody cleaning group, somebody Bhagavata chanting group, so many things you can do. But be in one group, don't be alone, otherwise you'll sleep. You'll get overtaken by others. If you don't strategize, then this is a waste. Everything is a waste. People will come, they will say, this is a 5-star temple, that's all. But they will go with nothing. They have to go with this. What a beautiful temple. Nice people here. How many of you go to the same hotel when you go outside? The hotel which gives you the best hospitality, will you not go? You go to the same hotel, right? This is the best. But ISKCON is the best hospitality, That's what Srila Prabhupada said, that my temples, should be the best. So keep in your mind, this is your temple. Every one of us should think this is my temple. This is not my temple. This is our temple. This is Prabhupada's temple. So look at that. What does Prabhupada wants? We implement that. So if there is no change in the heart, we can't do anything. A strategy for oneself, a strategy for others. This is how we have to go about. Then let's continue. At 24, Sarvabhauma takes lords to his house. Very interesting. At the age of 24, Mahaprabhu left Navadvip to take sannyas. So now the background we have understood that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, extraordinary person. He has converted all the sannyasis. He is there means Samban Bonum of Mayavada school. There is no other. Now comes the time where at the age of 24, Mahaprabhu left Navadvip to take sannyas from Keshwa Garmiri. From there he went to Shantipur, he came to Puri, he ran towards, the moment he came to Puri, look at that, what Lord happened. He started running towards Lord Jagannath. Then he started running, and the moment he saw Lord Jagannath, he fell off there. So the people who were all there, they were all astonished. Some people thought there's something wrong with him. They were about to beat him up. So Lord Chaitanya. Coincidentally, the same time Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was standing there. He was the commander of that king. So he was in charge of the temple caretaker. Right? So he was seeing what happened. He came and saw. The moment he saw Lord Chaitanya, something triggered. What a personality. It happens now, is it not? That we see somebody like that, whatever they are, some extraordinary people, whether you get attracted, something beautiful. The moment he saw, his all hairs were all standing and some connection happened. What do you call that? Love at first sight. But with the wrong, with not the wrong person, with the right person. So here, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's mood, when he saw that, it triggered his heart. So what happened? Then he stopped them. He stopped and he went close, took care, He told them Sarvabhauma happened to be there. He stopped from them doing it. He was impressed by the beauty of the Lord, manifestation of spiritual ecstasy. He could understand this was not ordinary person. With the help of his disciples and temple guards, Sarvabhauma took the Lord to his own house. So everything of a gentleman is there. His heart of compassion to save a soul, everything is there. Right? Then what happens? He was quite anxious. Then suddenly he took a swab of cotton and put it. The cotton was moving a little bit. So I could say, oh, this person is awake. Means he's conscious. Simultaneously, Sarvabhauma's brother-in-law, Gopinath Acharya, passed there. And Gopinath Acharya, he was his brother-in-law, but he was a great Vaishnava. But relationship is one thing, is always there. That is important. You are a Advaita, I am a Shiva Vaishnava, or I am a Vaishnava. You can't, it's okay. If you go to Tirupati, I recently went to Tirupati also. I was there and they were doing that Vedic chants. I could see Madhvas chanting the same mantra, the same Upanishads. They were Mayavadis who were standing with that Shankara followers. They were Sri Vaishnavas. So everybody is included there. So this shows that in the shelter of Lord, everybody will be there. Everybody is chanting the same mantra, but each one has one understanding. One is thinking, Nirakara, Nirvishaya is standing for Lord is no formless. He's thinking, he's chanting like that, but Lord has form there. He's seeing the same Lord, but his understanding is different. So one is seeing Krishna in one form, another one seeing Krishna in another form. That's the mood is the same. But Krishna is so merciful, he's allowing them to be there. So the greatest mercy personification is Krishna is shown in Lord Chaitanya's mood. Is it not? So why time and again bringing this is, don't conclude, don't judge these guys are bad guys. Don't do that. So there is steps which they have come up. Fine, let us give them the credit. Let's see the next aspect, what is going to come. Not that in the world, Kumar Swami layout, everybody will be chanting the holy name. They may be holding the chanting name, they may be chanting the Rudra Mantra. Because Prabhupada told a Christian missionary, oh, it doesn't matter, you chant Krishna, you chant Christ's name, no problem. So we appreciate a person's religion principles. We'll give that. The conclusion may be different. Let us, demark these two things. The common aspect of humility, of gentleness should be the same to everybody. So we cannot discriminate just because he's wearing a different dress. No, it's the same. So now, simultaneously, when Gopinath Acharya passed there, he was thrilled to hear, because Gopinath Acharya knew about Lord Chaitanya. So devotees were revealed, overjoyed to see Lord there. Sarvabhauma paid obeisance to Nityananda Prabhu, and he brought everybody inside, and afterwards he sent his son, Chandaneshwar, to take them to Lord Jagannath to have darshan. When they heard return back, they began to sing the holy name of Lord so loud, brought Mahaprabhu back to consciousness. Very interesting. In his paternal affection for the Lord. Look at this. Paternal affection. He already got the fatherly feeling for Lord Chaitanya. He got the fatherly feeling. Fatherly feeling is really, we realize that, is it not? When we see our parents after a long time, the mood is like that. We embrace, tears come. It's a natural thing. So there's nothing unnatural here. So paternal feeling. So now, how did that happen? Because he connected that Mahaprabhu's family background to know that Maheshwara Visharada, who was the father of Mahaprabhu, was related to Nilambara Chakravarti. Sarvabhauma himself was much molded to the Lord. He felt protective towards them. Suddenly in his mood, he thought, I should protect this person. The name Krishna Chaitanya, which you have been given, is a very good name. But you have been initiated into, see, look at now Lord Chaitanya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is addressing Lord Chaitanya. He is telling that, you have been initiated to Bharati line of sannyasis, which is moderately good reputation. He says, moderately good reputation. I can get you reinitiated in much more prestigious line if you wish. That humbleness is there. The humbleness and also the mood is there to make him benefit. So you are from Bharati line, I can make it better. And he humbly presented. So we don't have to read something else because somebody is very knowledgeable. It's a natural thing because somebody is ignorant and things like that. He will say, okay, I can make you. The many gurus are there. Even today, teachers are there who want to really do very good to their students. Like our Swayam Prakash Prabhu, we have a program in the afternoon. He's doing the best. Actually, he's the teacher of the teachers. Many teachers are coming today. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord himself. But Gopinath Acharya was feeling, and why is he telling something about Lord Chaitanya to change? Huh? But Gopinath Acharya objected. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord himself. He does not depend on external format. But Sarvabhauma would not accept it. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he debated with Gopinath at length. And this has been described by Krishnath Gaviraj Thakur in the 16th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sarvabhauma. Please go through that. Very interesting. Mahaprabhu himself asked the devotees, now Mahaprabhu's cut is more. Immediately he told the devotees, don't argue, just keep quiet. Accept that what he's telling is truth. Live it. So, strategic planning. Is it not? Strategic plan. Otherwise, material world, because everybody thinks he's number one. Huh? Anywhere you go, no? Everybody talks about oneself. Is there anybody who says, I'm the most fallen? Nobody says like that. Even the person who has fallen down, he says, I'm not fallen. That's what this world is. Illusion is so much. The point is now Lord Chaitanya is trying to tell to his people, don't worry. It's okay. Don't have to argue. Then, so he accepted his advice. Lord Chaitanya accepted that I will hear from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma thought that Gauranga was a young man without any control and compassion and knowledge of Vedanta. See, now he's already judged him. He doesn't have any control because he's generally dancing and all. Nah? And he says he doesn't know the Vedanta. He did not like the Kirtan and Nitya what Lord Chaitanya was doing. Even today, there are many people in this world, other sampradayas, they don't accept our chanting and Kirtan, they don't. Simply they're jumping their talent. Their dance is only Bharatanatyam. That should be in auditorium, you go and dance and all that, and they will see that positions. But they don't know what is this positions. Huh? So they are doing it consciously, we are doing subconsciously. The Kirtan, which is attracting Brahma, Rudra, everybody is watching what Lord Chaitanya is doing. Look at this Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was an exalted exponent of Advaita school, thinks it is waste of time. So ignorance, it can catch up with anybody as long as they come to a knowledgeable person. So that is important. Even Hare Krishna movement, when it came earlier, people were thinking these people are some drug addicts and things like that. But today, they are also becoming drug addicts by taking the holy name. Is it not? People who criticize us, they are becoming devotees. So, then the Lord agreed to take lessons. He desired to initiate Lord Gauranga. They sat down. Lord agreed from Bhattacharya and Vedanta. They sat together in the temple of Lord Jagannath. Look at Lord Jagannath is watching. In front of him, Lord Gauranga is sitting, who is himself Jagannath. And here Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is presenting to this Jagannath, I'm going to make you as my student. Which he doesn't. He doesn't know Lord Chaitanya. So that went on. And he went on with explanation. So now, the most important aspect went on for so many days. After listening to all that, something went triggered in Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Even Srila Prabhupada says, if you don't ask questions, either you are not understood or something wrong with you. Any questions, comments? Don't we say that? If you don't ask questions, that means they have not understood or they may not be interested. So same thing happened there also. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was going on, and his Vedic chants were so ecstatic, so, sweet, everything. He thought now Lord Chaitanya will change immediately. And he was just simply like Jadabharat, King Rahuguna. What happened to them? Jadabharat didn't do anything. He just, the humility aspects, that's where we have to pick up. So he's simply keeping quiet. The moment he, he saw that he was not asking, he said, he asked, don't you have any questions? Did you understand? Lord answered, you told me to listen, so I'm listening. You didn't ask me to ask questions. So he said that you are asking. So I've been listening. I find no difficulty understanding the meaning of sutras, for they're self-evident as they are. On the other hand, so humbly he says, your explanation are confusing. That's why I didn't ask questions. Because I know the conclusions of whatever is there in the Vedic scriptures or the Shastra. But what you are explaining is confusing. That's why I don't have any question to ask you, because your philosophy is only different. If I'm a chemistry student, you are talking about physics, well, I'll just keep quiet. No, even though it may be true, I'll not know, I'll just keep quiet. So this is how it is. Then explain confusing. I find them to hide the clear meaning of Shastra. It is like a cloud covering the sun. At that moment, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya felt slighted by the Lord comments and indeed felt somewhat angry. Hare, I'm Tattvit. I know everything in the world. All the world come to me. And you are telling me that what you are telling is I'm confusing you with the philosophy. So he got angry for the right cause. He started to debate the meaning of the word Brahman, and Sarvabhauma established Brahman was without form and qualities, having a recourse to Vedic scriptures as evidence. But Lord showed with logic and scriptural reference that Brahman possesses form of qualities. And the Lord stated the Atma Rama words from the Bhagavata and asked Sarvabhauma to explain it. Here is the catch. He explained him about all the Brahman Sutra, everything. That's finished. Now Lord Chaitanya explains. Now he brings in Bhagavatam. He says, you explain this Bhagavatam. You look at his humility. The point is, why I'm stressing this aspect of we have to address ourselves when we meet people. We may be insignificantly with people who have less knowledge. That's okay. But the humility has to be, kept in the mind. Whatever we are, whatever position we are. So now look at Lord Chaitanya. He says, can you explain this Srimad Bhagavatam verse? What is it? Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, 10th verse. Suta uvacha atma ramasya muniyo nigranta api urukrame kurvanti ahetukam bhaktim ihatam bhuta gano harihi. Suta Goswami said, see, look at the meaning. All the different varieties of Atma Ramas, those who have taken pleasure in Atma are the spirit of self. Very interesting and very necessary for us, especially those established on the path of self-realization, though freed from all kind of material bondage, desire to render unalloyed devotional service unto the personality of Godhead. Now, this is the point. All of us already on this board, we are all trying to serve Krishna. So, are we not part of Atma, Rama, and Muniyo? We don't require Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Prabhupada is already there with us. So, what did Srila Prabhupada do? We don't have to learn Advaita Vada to learn this. Because it is nothing but the first aspect of understand Brahman, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan, Iti Sabhyate. So Prabhupada is given all this. So we don't have to argue with them. That's why we have to leave them alone. Don't discuss if Samparaya comes. Last week I met one person who came. I didn't argue with him. He, because he's from Shankara school, he came from the Bharati Institute. Straight away he came, he was introduced to me. I did not discuss anything. The moment we were just talking about, I said, I want to do something for the temple. I want to bring all Goshti. I said, please do it first. Last person to talk about Advaita and Dvaita there. You will become a fool. When he said that I'll bring my group and make chant Hare Krishna, that means Krishna is inviting him. Shortly they will come with their group. Shankaramat people are going to come. So don't be surprised. I invited them. He says, come, we are Goshti. Tell me how many people are going to come. We will give Mahaprasad. So what is the catch? Mahaprasad. Second thing is they are chanting for the Lord. For Lord, Upanishad, Everything is there. It doesn't matter. You can glorify him. But what is the benefit the Shankara people will get is the Jagannath Mahaprasadam, they will come. Shortly, I will not be there, but they will come. Please take care of them properly. Shortly, they will. Who brought me there? Somebody brought me, no? Who was the link? Anybody there who was with me? Okay. So, Acha, Sundarup knows them. So, material desire. This means Lord possesses the transcendental quality, therefore can now. He is asking him to explain this verse. Lord Chaitanya explained this Atmanama sloka very vividly before his devotees, Sanatan Goswami. Then it talks about three aspects. That Munayaha, Nigranta, Api, Urukrame, Kurvanti, like that. He goes on till last word, he comes to Harihi. Then he talks about Brahman, absolute truth, body, mind, endeavor, endurance, intelligence. So it's divided into three aspects. The fourth one is talking about ascetics, the persistent mendicants, sages, and saints. The word Nigranta conveys these ideas. Bro, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave for this verse 9 different meanings. He gave his understanding. But Mahaprabhu put on display the superhuman scholarship of by explaining the same verse 18 ways without even touching the 9 meanings what Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave. So 9 into Mahaprabhu was not an ordinary human being. The moment Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya heard this, he fell down on Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet and became a devotee. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya ki. So like that, if you see this humility aspect won over by Lord Chaitanya, we have to carry this. We may not be encountering Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. We are going to encounter people who are ordinary people. But they have rich people, they have intelligence, they have so many things. So we have to adjust to our thing. We may not impress them with our vocabulary or presentation, but we may impress them with our humility and building up relation with them. That is very, very important. So this is the secret of expansion of Hare Krishna movement. The more this movement has to expand, then the more humbler we are, the more meek we are, then only this is possible. Then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was shown the 6th form of Lord, Chaitanya Bhagavat. So the Lord, in his kindness, displayed a number of different divine forms of Sarvabhauma with formed forms. He showed him everything. So Chaitanya Madhya Lila 6.4, 2.254, Chaitanya Madhya 6 chapter 54, he now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya glorifies Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Shiksartam Eka Purushaha Purnaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dhari Krishna Mudher Yes Tam Apam Prapadye. He is glorifying the Lord. He said, let me take shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, who has descended in the form of light Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach us the real knowledge. His devotional service and detachment from whatever does not foster Krishna consciousness is descended because he is the ocean of transcendental mercy. Let me surrender onto his lotus feet. So this is what Kavi Karnapura talks about. The next point is, he says the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has taken the name of Krishna Chaitanya, has appeared to reveal the ancient system of devotional service to be himself, which is almost lost due to the influence of time. I pray to that honeybee of my mind will drink this deeply nectar of his lotus feet. Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about. So this is the transformation of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And so, and quoting from that, the mood transferred. But I don't have time about discussion of Prakashananda Saraswati. He had given 2 names, but he ended up here. Please go through that also. These 2 pastimes will help us to become humble, because the audience is different people, different kind of audience. So it is, so you have to be smart enough to understand to whom what pill you give. If you go to a doctor, he may, for each patient, he may give a different tablet. So like that, you have to have different ammunitions with us, which ammunition we are going to have for a particular person. So in this way, let us be inclusive, make sure that for a period of time which we are surviving in this world, as long as, let us contribute. The world is suffering. Everybody is contributing in their own way. But going through Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are going to contribute most inclusive way, and they have a goal in life. The thing is, we can give everybody goal in life. They don't know the goal. Somebody wants to earn money, somebody wants to become famous, somebody wants to become uh, beautiful. So many things are there. But the most beautiful person, Krishna, when we become part and parcel of him, then we become more beautiful. But for this, Bhagavad Gita is very, very necessary. These slokas, especially the more you recite, understand this sloka, Tadvidi Pranipatena, it is not a sloka for by-hearting. There is a deep root meaning is there. So humility is the only way, and integrity towards commitment to Guru and the institution, we can make a wonderful movement, and there is only hope. So in conclusion of my trip to Mayapur was that I had not actually planned causeless mercy of, because I have a long way to go. So I was not ready to go. But one day before, my spiritual master sent me a letter telling that, no, you have to attend this meeting. I had to make the program within 3 days. I had to get my ticket. And when Guru says, that means there's no chance. So, and he said that you have to attend this meeting. But you believe it or not, that was something coming from his heart. I grabbed so much mercy there. And first time meeting all the GBCs, sitting with them, I was wondering how much they've done to this movement. Even moment, if they were not there, we cannot be there. It has grown so much. There was no space at all in the temple there. It's like grown like mushrooms everywhere. What I saw I think it was about 5 years back I went there, because then Corona came, because every 5 years I have a point, because that Panchatattva, Abhishekam. But they have tomorrow is Panchatattva Abhishekam. I'm missing it, but it's for the right cause. I had to come back. I had to do many work here. So, so when we were sitting with them, all these people, they were sharing that. The most important aspect was the integration of the GBCs and the temple presidents. So they brought out that how important is the GBCs and how important is the temple presidents. If they don't relate with each other, this movement cannot grow. So so Prabhupada is talking about the integration. Time and again he's talking about why temple presidents are required. And so they are trying to revive the actual duty of a GBC, governing body commissioner. So they are defining the movement, what actually Prabhupada wanted at that time and what we are today. So there were about 140 temple presidents, about 100 were online. I will tell you, everybody's experience was unique and mind-boggling. I think ISKCON is revived. Because if two leaders fight, what is the outcome? So there was a lot of difference of opinion between the GBCs and the temple president, how it is. So they connected together and they asked, next year, March 17 to 20, how many of you will come? 100% everybody raised. Whether we are going to be there or not, we raised. So I'm seeing that the hereafter, yes, it has come to one stage, but now there has to be a cooperation, because ISKCON has grown beyond our imagination. And especially the role of the congregation, nobody had complimented that the way it is growing. Our congregation has grown. They are playing a leading role. Everybody is cooperating so much that it has to be integrated. Many people are joining ISKCON for various, especially chartered accountants who are earning 3 lakh, 5 lakh salaries. They're joining for 50,000 bucks. So you can see they're becoming humbler. What is necessary, they are taking. Srila Prabhupada, what he said, we give maintenance. We don't match figure what he is giving. Yeah, we give Krishna Bhakti. We will match with mercy. So you can see a lot of people in different parts of the world, they're all coming together. You, so it was, the Kirtan was ecstatic, Prasadam was ecstatic, and so many tuk-tuk has come. Now all that Jatka which is there now, it's all electric, you know, and so many people have become the residents there. And they're coming out with, to share with you all, Mayapur, the GBC body are sharing that Radha Madhav has a lot of lands. They ask the temple presidents, if you people want land to build your yatras to stay here, please come to us. We will give you the land. Don't get cheated. They have come up with that policy matter. So if we all decide that we should have some place there, we can all work it out and see, because place is very difficult to get. But throughout the year, devotees are coming. So many people are already booking those yatras. And so we have nearly 1,000 acres. Many are occupied. Now slowly they are releasing. And they have a particular department which will go through that. And you can be rest assured. And they also said that people who have already bought land, you have some complication, you please tell us. We will help you out. So in this way, Mayapur, every one of us, once a year, we should go there. We should get re-energized and go back, because ours is, we are all warriors. We can't stay all the time in Mayapur. The moment you don't have service, the fourth day I was left vacant because I didn't have any service. So I was thinking when I will return back. So, and also I'll take the opportunity that I will not be here for next Sunday. I'm going out for about 3 years. I'll be without associate. Please pray for me. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry. Emotions took over. Association is very, very important. I'm open to questions, comments, reflections.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you very much for a nice class. Many lessons there. So one question, I wanted to understand how to reconcile what I already knew and what you told. Um, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, it was known that, sometimes he would see a Mayavadi sannyasi and he would slap him. And but Prabhupada told us that if we see a Mayavadi sannyasi, we should, just do namaskar to him. But now you are saying, be nice to him. So how to reconcile all these three things?
Very simple, just follow Prabhupada. We have to follow our Guru. Prabhupada followed his spiritual master, right? But he didn't slap anybody. So we will follow what Prabhupada has told that. That is why it is relevant today. Founder Acharya comes, a Samstapak Acharya comes, everything we have to go through him. We cannot go to Bhakti Siddhanta to take instructions from him. We can't do all that. That means you're jumping your Guru. Prabhupada never allowed that. That's why we cannot go to Ramanuja Sampradaya, follow him. Time and place, those Acharyas came and they are giving. It may not be relevant for us. Today, for us, what is relevant is Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Not even his godbrothers. So we have to be crystal clear. He has written very clearly, my books are the instruction for next 10,000 years. Don't even look up anything. Even if you go through that, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you want to understand Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur properly, you have to read Prabhupada books. Is that okay? Yeah. Any reflections anybody wants to share? Yes. Oh, Prabhuji, you are Pandit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, thank you for so beautifully bringing out this pastime of Sarvam Bhattacharya. So, Prabhu, when we meet other Sampradaya people, like you said, we should just be humble and try to. We cannot debate with them. That is one thing. But at the same time, Prabhu, since in our movement, from what I understand, our unique contribution to the world is the Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, which generally, I mean, they may not so much focus on. They may be aware of it. So in that sense, if we keep that as the focus even in our discussions, whether it is with scholarly people or with others, so isn't that also something which can help? Because one thing is we don't talk at all, but we can also have some discussions about Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is our unique contribution.
Very nice point you're bringing. I was distributing book in State Bank of India in the earlier days. So they used to give us book stand. That is St. Mark's Road, the head office is there. So we were distributing Bhagavatams and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one day, 3 days we had, and one particular Madhva who was a bank employee, he came to me and he was talking about, I was telling about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's the Chenna avatar and all those things. But then he said, no, there is no avatar like that. Then he says he's there in the Bhagavatam. That time I didn't know that particular sloka about his hiding. So then what happened that I also quoted that Vishnu Sahasranam, which is that sloka which says, na. So Varna He Maga, I told all that. I didn't know the detail. Then he said, okay, I want your one Bhagavatam set, he said. Then he asked me some questions. So I went back to the temple president and said, this is what happened. Even though he took the whole Bhagavatam set, the next day he has gone through that and he came, he told me, you know what? That your guru has twisted the sloka itself. So I didn't have any argument. I just kept quiet. But I'm not telling that we should not. The thing is, relationship is very important because now the Gaudiya was what is that, Saraswata Brahmana. This was the first time in so many years of Srila Prabhupada left. They all came together. Debu was today. I was there. All the Gaudiya mutts, they came together, celebrated Bhakti Saraswati Thakur together. They were all glorifying Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. They made sure that nobody is going to talk anything which is contradictory aspect. So they were all very careful. My Guru Maharaj told us that was this desire of Srila Prabhupada, that to have good relation with the other Gaudiya mutts. He had told them clearly, don't ever get into in confrontational mood, but you be friends. So we could see that happened. All those acharyas came, they were all sitting there, they were all talking about Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. In the process, they also glorified ISKCON. So the thing is, relationship build is very, very necessary. So now you're talking about other sampradayas, that it has to be in such a way that that any point of time, the ego should not clash. Because if you take especially Madhvas, their basis is based on Mahabharata. If you go through Sri Vaishnavism, for them Vishnu Puran is the basis. So each one sampradaya has basis of their, everything is coming from Krishna, right? So they may be right in their own way. So the question is, just respect them, that's fine. We don't have to get into a kind of where it will, unpleasantness comes. Am I right? I'm trying to say. So we can still be friends, because for all of us, Krishna is supreme. For except for Advaitavads, all other people are accepting Krishna. They are more attached to the more rituals more than the tattva. The vitamin aspect they're missing from the other sampradayas, where the holy name chanting, which Mahaprabhu brought us, that may not be so much predominant in there. Suppose if you go to Madhva Mat, they will chant so many mantras, but they may not chant Hare Krishna mantra. So we may not chant anything, only chant Hare Krishna mantra. Is it not? So what this Mahaprabhu did, he told clearly, just chant Hare Krishna mantra, everything is there. So we go by that, but we don't ridicule them. So when Radha Madhava was established, especially when Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi Mandir was established. So our GBC body got all the different sampradayas come and chant together. So we are inclusiveness, but we don't have to, only when they come and ask you that, let me understand from your side, means then you can be friendly. Otherwise, it's okay. They will not, some people will chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. If you go through Gujarat, they will say Shri Krishnam Sharanam Mama. So there are people different, but nevertheless, they are still chanting Krishna's name. Is it not? Even among our sampradayas, which is Gaudiya Vaishnava, many have become weak. That's why today ISKCON Sampradaya is the strongest which is going. Others have little weakened. They did not follow what Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Sattva Thakur gave. So you can see that an Acharya of that cadre, we don't see anywhere else. But they see him as an ordinary person. What happened in Delhi, in front of the Prime Minister, they criticized Srila Prabhupada. They did that, but it doesn't matter for us. Why they criticize? Because they are telling that for your spiritual master, you are given our spiritual master name, that Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada. So it's there, people are there. That doesn't mean they'll go to hell. No, they don't know. So one thing is there for us to understand, don't ridicule anybody. If somebody comes on a friendly understanding, we can go on. We have done a lot of damage, Prabhuji. When we were doing Bhakti Vriksha preaching, there were a lot of people who were there, part of from different sampradayas they used to come, whether Sri Vaishnavas or Madhvas. We have hammered them, they have left our temple. We did a lot of mistake at that. We don't want to do that mistake. My spiritual master came and told me once, what is that, Narahari, what you're doing like this is not correct. So many people went because we were hammering them. Hare Krishna mantra is the only mantra. Bhagavatam is the only one. So we have done damage that time. So now what ISKCON in the 70s and 80s, not today. Today is more inclusive. We are more becoming friendly. So it is necessary for us to be very careful to go in the right, because you don't have any acharya of this cadre, no. They may be going to that pita, this pita, no problem. But if by chance, if they come to the liking of Srila Prabhupada, the greatest gift. Is it not? So that Mahabhagavat, if you look at it, then we don't see any acharya of that, this one today. But for how many people will accept that? They will not accept that. So we have to be careful. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. The point of compassion, where we say Pandita, Samadarshina, we see Paramatma in everyone. Recently, there is this Sanatan Dharma. We have seen, the revival of our temples. All those points, all those aspects are going on. But somewhere the Kshatriya mentality pops up. Where do we draw a line, Prabhuji? Because we know we have to be in that side also where compassion is there. But then there's this Kshatriya thought process that no, it is ours. How do we draw a line, Prabhuji?
How to draw the line means, you see, the thing is, Kshatriya, Vaishya, it is all symbolic now. Nobody is a real Kshatriya, Vaishya, they're not there. But when Prabhupada succeeded in the Western world, who are the most, let us go by most intelligent people. So he preached and made them devotees. So in the present context, it is very difficult to preach to the people with those attitude. So you have to take this course that it doesn't matter, give them prasad and things like that. Any confrontation mood will lead to disaster. However strong you are, however pakka you are, no. It is not possible, because this world is going today, it goes by how much money you are, how much intelligent you are, what degrees you have. It goes. You ask him, he is coming from IIM. It's very difficult for him to preach there. He has a strategic planning now, how to go about. Right. So it is very, very difficult in the present scenario. So because the temple is there for us, one advantage is giving Mahaprasam, inviting to the temple. They will appreciate the beauty and appreciate our talk. All those things matters a lot. So for you now, you have a jewel. You have Aishwarya. So people will appreciate something or the other, they will contribute and go. Already benefit is done. So when slowly they will start, there is no hope other than ISKCON movement today. Others will fade away because parampara continuation is only in this. Other people slowly they have taken out towards Jati Buddhi. Even if a Sri Vaishnava Acharya is there, he will only follow Sri Vaishnava people. No other people will go. Very rarely people take up that because it goes by birth. But ours is not by birth. That is the advantage for us. Today, if you see how many of us come from the same family, one family that we are human beings, we are sitting here. This is really unification is Srila Prabhupada's movement. No? But if you start talking about it in a way where it may be offensive to the people. But when they understand that, oh, they are inclusive. But if you see today, the government of India is allowing to do scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people are trained to be Brahmanas. What did Srila Prabhupada say? Today, if you are going to be graduating from the school of the Vedic thoughts, they will allow you to worship in Sri Rangam, and those, if they say no, they will ban you, they will jail you. So that means to say they are also realizing that the true fact by jati, by birth, you are no qualification. Is it not? So we have to be extremely careful. How many of our people today, they are expert, foreign devotees, or they're so expert in doing the samskritis, samskaras, all that is there. So the inclusiveness of what is there in our movement, it should not be taken to the head. It should be taken with a blade of grass in the hand, because we have the treasure. So whatever happens when we are living this world, the holy name has to come in our tongue. And that is assured by Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, that when you are able to do, when you are not able to do, I will do it for you, he says. So our deep understanding of Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam will help us to make a better person for us. See, whenever we are studying, never think I'm going to preach to him. That is a natural process, but you should always think I'm preaching to myself. So you have to, all the time, it's like crafting the, sculpture. When it comes to the final stages, he has to be very careful. So when your growth in spiritual life, let's say you are doing Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhav, it is not an academic interest. It has to be an interest of reformation of oneself. So what is use? That means you will come and tell, you make class. But Bhakti Shastri is all about how to do Bhakti the way Krishna wants. What is Bhakti Vaibhava? Is nothing but understanding different aspects of Bhagavatam in different places. Because just now I completed my Bhakti Vaibhava because somebody pushed me, I had to do it. So I went through that. It is nothing but how you're changing yourself. So that matters a lot. That's why when you're reading Bhagavatam, you're reading Bhagavad Gita, it is a study. Even if you read for 15 minutes, give your 100% there. Even little where then you will be losing out. See, life is short. We don't know when we are going to live. But at the same time, when we are reading Shastra, we are living actually. When we have to be alive when we are reading Bhagavatam, when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, when we are talking philosophical understanding. If you are not alive, that means nothing will go inside. So Krishna conscious person means he is always alive all the time. That's what it is. And seva, at the same time doing seva. So thank you very much. All the best. Temple is in your hands. So take care of the deities. All of you work cooperatively. Make programs. And please, Guru and Vaishnavas. Right? You all going to promise that you're going to do continue to do wonderful things for Prabhupada? The amount of Aishwarya you have got is, because I can know when I went to the temple, Mayapur, they are seeing me in different way. Narahari, what bada temple bana diya tum? The mood is different. In the other aspects, cities outside you go, how big house you build. In ISKCON, how big temple you build, how many devotees you make, how much Bhagavatam you said, that goes by that. So when I go there, he said, I had to go that way. Baba, our temple itna bada nahi hai. So the thing is like that. So our measurement in ISKCON is how big temple we are going to, please fill a Prabhupada. It is not for our, that is important. So the mood should be, now you are the owner of such a big temple. So much of variety of services are there. So much planning you can do, 5-year plan you can do. Don't let yourself slip out. Come up with an agenda. I want to do this. I want to do this. You are all the, what is it called, founder acharyas of this temple. So founder members. So don't miss, because the new people are coming now. They are looking up to you. So how to go forward? So that's what it is. I'm also looking now, 4 months I'm going. I'm just seeing where I'll get association, what I'm going to do. I'm already bothered about that. I met many people in Mayapur, talking to them, where I can go, what service I can do. So for a devotee, life outside ISKCON is as good as dead body. एक बार इसका टेस्ट आ गया ना, ISKCON का टेस्ट, we will not survive outside. If taste has not come, that means there is some problem with us. Hare Krishna. Granthraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Hare Krishna. Let us all. So we had, as Prabhuji's class, Narahari Chaitanya Prabhu's class, and we had the Kannada translation by His Grace Prasad Krishna Prabhu. Let us all express the deep gratitude from the bottom of our heart for this wonderful class by loudly chanting once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We will etch this class in our hearts so that it stays for long. We have few sponsors today. We have Sunil Kumar Prabhu. Do we have Sunil Kumar Prabhu here? So Prabhu has sponsored Prashadam on the commemorating his father's death anniversary. Prabhuji, you can collect the Mahaprashadam to Sunil Prabhu. We also have Balachandran Prabhu. Do we have Balachandran Prabhu here? Prabhu has also sponsored Prashadam here. And Ramagopal Prabhu. Ramagopal Prabhu also sponsored Prashadam today. And also Srinivas Gopal Prabhu and Radhika Mataji. They have Anvita and Advait, all family together. They have sponsored today's Fish Prashadam, and they're all seeking blessings from